This is the future.
Hello everyone and welcome again to another Warframe video. So I just want to compile all the leveling guides in one video to help you max rank your Warframes and weapons in the game, even if you are a new player or a veteran. Okay, don't make any long introduction and proceed with the video. To begin with, I highly recommend that new players should progress through the star chart until they unlock the defense mission in Sedna, or the Sanctuary Onslaught. The defense mission in Sedna called Hydron is the OG when it comes to leveling guide right now. This is still widely used by players, especially new ones. You can level up your Warframes, weapons, archguns, operator amps, and pets in this mission. Everyone can do this leveling guide as this is the most accessible for all players in Warframe. The footage you are seeing on your screen is not the optimal method of leveling in Hydron Sedna though, and that's on me. I have tried a couple of times, but it seems that only a few players in the Asia server are doing the leveling method in this mission today while recording this footage. The most optimal way to do this is to have all 4 player slot filled, and then you help each other by killing enemies and getting affinity in the process. Enemies will reward better experience because this is a greener Tyla set, and most of the time you go for about 20 waves of defense before extracting on this mission. If you are with a dedicated team, then try a Speed Nova that is leveling weapons to hasten your progress, or Nuker Warframe such as Thermal Sunder Garuda, Spore Sarin, or even a Gara modded for high range and nuking with her 4th ability. You are luckier if you are in a clan with a helping hand from long-time players leveling your things. In the past, I was always helped by my clan, and we are always doing this thing called Mastery Rank Run during weekends, where we do Hydron to level up all our stuff. You can also do the same in this mission. As you can see, players in public queues doing this mission to max rank their stuff in Warframe. If not, then they are doing the Sanctuary Onslaught to level up their Warframes, or the Elite Sanctuary Onslaught to level up their weapons, operator items, and pets. Sanctuary Onslaught is an endless game mode introduced in Update 22.18. The objective is similar to survival missions, where players must last as long as possible by continuously killing hordes of increasingly difficult enemies as quickly as possible. Players are limited to one large room from a random tile set in every zone. To advance through the zones, players must maintain efficiency by constantly killing enemies, and then entering a conduit at the end of the zone's time limit to progress to the next. The opposing faction of enemies encountered in each zone is also randomized on a per-zone basis. Players must complete the new Strange to access this game mode. To begin, players must talk to Cephalon Samaris at his Sanctuary in any relay, or select Sanctuary Onslaught in the Syndicate World State window tab. If you are lucky to have a Spore Sarin, a Nuking Volt, a Nuking Mirage, or even a Thermal Sunder Harrow or Garuda, then leveling your weapons items in the Elite Sanctuary Onslaught will be easy. So what would the Nuker Warframe benefit from doing this? The player who are using Nuker frames in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught are those who are getting focus points and don't want to do idle on hunts, or those players who are finishing the Nightwave objectives such as killing Eximus or killing a fixed amount of enemies without doing any Steel Path levels. To help these Nuker frames, I always use either Trinity or a Vauban with Spectro Rage for energy. Vauban is preferable while I am leveling my items in the Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, as when there's no Nuker Warframe available, I can provide energy and group enemies in one place to kill them faster. In terms of leveling your Warframes, then it would be in the normal Sanctuary Onslaught, as you can't do the Elite version with an unranked Warframe. To be honest with you, leveling your Warframes in the normal Sanctuary Onslaught is tedious compared to just doing the Hydron defense mission. I just do the Elite Sanctuary Onslaught leveling in the past with my weapons, but when it comes to Warframe leveling, I just go with Hydron. But right now I have better options in Steel Path levels, which makes it even faster. Another thing that you should know about Sanctuary Onslaught leveling is that there is no definite time on how fast you can level up your items in Warframes. It really depends on the faction you are facing and how small the room in the conduit. If you face with greenier units in a small area, then expect that you can do the weapon leveling in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught in just one conduit. But if you are faced against infested first, then you might have to do another conduit jump. Weapon leveling is amazing in the Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, but Warframe leveling is better in Hydron. There is even a better way, and that is solo leveling Warframe if you have access to the helmet system and the Kuva Brahma. There are 2 leveling methods I'm using in the past when it comes to max ranking my Warframe super fast while playing solo. The first one is the Kuva Brahma Nuke and Telesto Saturn. You can max rank your Warframes in a couple minutes, but it would require you to subsume silence in every Warframe that you level up. And you need to put the Savage Silence mod in your build to proc the Stealth Affinity bonus and increase your affinity points per kill. This is one of the main reasons why I burn a lot of resources on my helmet system in the past, as it's so good when it comes to leveling your Warframes. Every time you nuke enemies with the Kuva Brahma while Savage Silence is active, you will gain the Stealth Affinity bonus and max rank your Warframes in less than 5 minutes while playing solo. But then again, it costs a lot of resources and requires you to grind for Kuva Brahma in the Nemesis system. That's why instead of the Kuva Brahma nuke, I opted for the Thermal Sunder version, which can be done in 5 minutes on the normal Sanctuary Onslaught. So far, this is the best option to solo leveling your Warframes fast. First of all, you only need to subsume Thermal Sunder in your build and equip range mods with some power strength and the Archon Vitality mod so that you can kill enemies faster. Based on my experience, the Thermal Sunder method is more reliable after the ammunition nerf on the nuke weapons, and I have been using this for a very long time until I found out on my Twitch stream that another solo leveling method that I happened to share in the past was now being used in public use. I'm talking about the Steel Path version of Alara Jupiter, and so far, this is the best when it comes to leveling your Warframes and items in the game. However, there are a set of rules and requirements to do this leveling method right now. First of all, this is a Steel Path level, and there are requirements in public queues so that you won't end up getting abandoned by your team for simply leeching for affinity. Most of the time, players are using Wisp in this mission while leveling their weapons. The motes of Wisp will provide health and fire rate buff, which is crucial for the item we will be using to level up fast in this mission, which is named the On-Call Crew. Most of the time, players are using Wisp in this mission while leveling their weapons. The motes of Wisp will provide health and fire rate buff, which is crucial for the item we will be using to level up fast in this mission, which is named the On-Call Crew. NPC crew members can be hired to serve the player's railjack, and you can do this by going to Fortune and talking to the NPC named Ticker. Also, there are so-called competency points in the crew system of the game, and what you would want for your on-call crew to have is the highest value of combat for that high damage bonus. In addition, there's this version called Elite Crewmates that have a random trait based on which of their competencies have the most points. While it's not needed, but getting the plus 150% critical chance bonus with rifles and pistols will be a big boost for your on-call crew. And lastly, let's talk about weapon choices for your on-call crew. Right now, the meta weapon for on-call crew is the Kuvazar, and this weapon will help you get those kills in Steel Path levels, allowing you to level up fast in Alara Jupiter easy. But wait, there's something you should know about how to level up properly in this game mode. First of all, you can't do this in solo missions as you can't get affinity from on-call crew kills. Most of the time, there's some sort of rotation in this mission wherein players drop their on-crew. So assuming that there are 4 players in the team with on-call crew, the first 2 players will drop their on-call crew at the start of the mission, and after 2 minutes and 30 seconds, the other players will drop their on-call crew. In the first half of the mission, both player 3 and 4 will get all the affinity for their Warframe and weapons, and at the second half, player 1 and player 2 will get all the affinity from all the on-call crew kills. This is the basic rule that you should follow to make the leveling smooth in this mission. Sometimes, players will even extend to 3 minutes before they drop the other crew members because they want to kill the Acolytes too and receive the Steel Essence. Another good thing about this mission is it has lots of endo drop in this mission, aside from resources that you can use for your helmet system, and so far, Steel Path Alara Jupiter is the meta and the fastest when it comes to leveling your Warframes and weapons in the game right now. Lastly, let's talk about Affinity Booster and the True Master's Font Blessing. Affinity Booster is always a great resource to make the leveling faster. This is why you see me level up my Warframes and weapons fast in my streams, and I always have it for convenience. However, I would not require you to have the 30-day Affinity Booster if you don't have a constant flow of platinum, as it would just be a waste. Set a time to level up your things, maybe in the weekend, and buy an Affinity Booster in the market to make the leveling fast. Also, you should know about the blessings you get from the relays, as it will be crucial for new players. Mastery rank 30 players can go to the relays and activate the True Master fonts to bestow a blessing to players in the relays. The list of blessings includes affinity, credits, resource drop chance, damage, health, or shield blessing. There's a Discord dedicated for Warframe blessings. I have included the link to that Discord server in the video description below, and it's really a good choice to join since you can request blessings here, or a Mastery rank 30 can schedule a place and time where he or she will give the blessing. It's a very helpful Discord server, especially for new players. So how about the Necromech squad leader? Well, I think it would be better if you check out the leveling guide specifically for corn bots. I've included the link to that leveling guide in the video description below. So that's all of it. If you want to add something or know of a leveling method that I haven't shared in this video, then feel free to comment it down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Squad leader signing off.
This is the future.